Greetings everyone and welcome back to Thea, the Awakening, where currently our diplomats have done quite well for themselves, though Dapperdell is slowly becoming surrounded by a number of worrisome enemies. Specifically, the goblins here are the ones that I'm concerned about. For that reason, let's just go into Dapperdell, make sure we're managing your supplies. You've already got a decent amount there. Could I perhaps increase the amount of other types of food that I'm allowing? I think we should be able to, yes. Let's not burn that. There we go. We're reasonably good. If we could go all the way to 8, which we could, I suppose, we would be in a much better position. Well, we could allow this, just so that if someone does attack, all of our people are going to be massively boosted. It's worrisome to have to do that, though, I'll be honest. It's not a great place for us to be, using up all of those resources. Still, it's better than not. Now, we could make some other meals. Let's see about making something with our fruit. There we go. We'll make some more lechzo, I think was how I was told it should be pronounced. The problem is people will use CH, not realizing that my first language isn't English, but they'll also then use an example word where it's very ambiguous whether the CH is hard or soft. So, because there are so many people who mispronounce chasm as chasm, that if you use the CH in that word as the example, you're not actually clarifying it. The correct way is chasm, but then the correct way of saying something like chitin is that, not chitin. So it's one of those difficult words. Perhaps one of the better ones to use in an example that most people get is the CH in Loch Ness. Loch Ness is only ever pronounced Loch Ness. It's never pronounced Loch Ness. So anyone who feels that I am pronouncing lechzo the wrong way, please let me know in the comments if it's meant to be a hard CH, and so it would be lachzo, and I'll adjust accordingly. Thank you, though, for everyone who does correct my pronunciation. I don't like being ignorant of the way things are pronounced, and if I have the means to learn, then I will happily take them. Now, I don't really have many people who can help out here. In fact, let's move you down. Let's get this made until we run out of the materials to make it, please. This one, for the time being, just going to have to sit there. It will allow our materials to accrue in terms of the meat, though, which is quite nice. Quite nice. In fact, let's just tell you... Oh, wow. Really? We've got that many? Alright, fair enough. Let's swap you around. We'll work on that, and we'll just cancel that one for the time being, because I don't want the constant warning showing up telling me that I haven't taken care of that. Now, over here then, we've got a group of 3 spiders that we don't really want to just leave around, but we do want to get back. We've got a lot of items at this point that we want to take back with us. But let's have a quick look.
Across some ruins of an old city, engulfed in mist and mystery.
Fantastic. Let's search.
You search the ruins and find an interesting building to explore, but it seems half submerged in water. As you enter, a creature comes out from the waters to attack you.
Oh no, 2 arms. Oh, okay. An ottpick. Very well, and 3 warped snakes. That's not a necessarily easy fight. Alright. Worrisome. But we should be able to deal with her. Now, I want Rivsung to get the first action here. Everyone else, more or less, can just defend from it. So, with that said, let's get you a whopping great shield. It's easily going to be able to out-shield any incoming damage there. That's fine. You 2 are in place. Let's get... I mean, I could deploy you and then back you up as well. That's not a bad idea. Alternatively, I could just make you capable of killing her in one go. I don't necessarily want that to be the case, though. Therein is the problem. Therein is the problem. Instead, what I really want is for Rivsung to just wipe everything out. So, once again, I should have just played Rivsung, honestly. And then fast-track Rivsung, but still, that would have been a dangerous enemy. Sure, well, we'll go with this. Obsidian Mist, you're there to get a little bit of damage in, you know, here and there, but generally speaking, you're mostly there to just body block the enemies from attacking Rivsung. There we go, we have one.
Search the buildings and discover a supply
Marvelous.
store still intact.
Now, we're starting to see some really nice things here. Mind you, we did face a decent opponent in order to get it. But, I mean, you know, that's not great. It is good armor, but it's very heavy. There are very few people who can wear that. Bad quality. That's a shame, because that would have been very nice armor for some of our people there. But Rivsung has reduced their wounds by a little bit. Let's actually go ahead and have a look at this. Now, Rivsung. Currently equipped, your armor is 15.3. This is 15.2, but you'd get a boost to your attractiveness. 17.2. Oh, that's good. You'd lose 1 shielding, which isn't great, but 3 quality. And this would be even better if that had been a high quality item. 18.2, yeah, that's pretty much the best one we're going to have there. You've got 17.3, yeah, we're not got very many better options here. However, this is a much better mace for you, so you can go ahead and have that. Absolutely. Absolutely. Right. As for you, my dear friend, I kind of like the weapon that you've got right now. That sword is just gorgeous. Truly it is. If we could find some better equipment for you, we would, but that is none of the equipment that we've got right now for you. We'll get there, though. We will get there. We'll work up to it. Right, let's deal with these spiders then. Oh dear, an unliving nest. That was something I didn't want to see. Alright. Best way to slay a beast is eye-to-eye attack, or this is not going to be hard for us no matter what we do. And since I actually want to get more opportunity for Rivsung to absorb souls, we're going to go with that. There you go. Honestly, there's virtually no point in us even being here, but I'm gonna stack you up with some extra shielding anyway. And Rivsung, you just continue to absorb their health. Ah, if only I had realized, I would have given Fitz a life leech weapon. Actually, I don't think I have a life leech piece of armor or weapon that I could give Fitz, thinking about it, other than the one that Rivsung is going to be using. But as we know, I want to try and tank Rivsung a little bit and get them fully healed if we can. There we go. And once more. In you go. And we're just going to pass with that because they're not going to survive this long. I don't need to do anything else. Your natural shielding is enough here. Because they're not going to get to attack you. It would have been enough anyway, but yeah. Well, that's actually a pretty rubbish sword. Let's recycle that one. But that took 5 wounds off Rivsung. As you can see, it is stupendously good. Stupendously good to do this. Let's go and have a look at Rivsung now. Almost fully healed. Almost. Fit's going to take a little bit longer, but we've got a level 3 spider nest there. That, I don't think our group is nearly strong enough yet to handle a level 4. Not unless we have a significant upper hand, and that is not necessarily something we have yet. It would be lovely if we did, but unfortunately not. Not yet. We'll build up to it, but that is going to be a bit of a tricky one. Bit of a tricky one. Alright, let's head out, deal with this group. No, we're going to, well, actually. I think our group is by far better set up for a straight fight. Yeah, we're going to go straight in. 4 unloving spiders, not great, certainly, but... Oh, Oxford is at the front. Fantastic. Right, well, that one's dead straight up. We could possibly get them even deader, which would be rather nice. Now, they're level 4s. Have we got counter offense of 4? We do. Tricky. Let's get you in there just to reduce their damage a bit. I will then drive you forward. So we'll have a little bit of extra damage there so that Oxherd's attack can really lay into them. Yes, we'll lose one of the top fighters there, but it's fine. Now the problem here is Oxherd is only going to bash through one of them. So what I want to do here is top you up in terms of defense, and then we're just going to double down on the amount of damage you can output. Everything is going to have to come through you. Nothing else is going to get a turn. Nothing else will survive. But just because we want to get through this fight as fast as we can, your shield will absorb that attack. So first we're going to damage them, then Oxherd's going to kill the first two straight up. It doesn't matter which direction you went in, you weren't going to be able to get through it. And now Oxherd will finish the two off again. If you've got a trampling weapon and you can just upgrade its damage significantly, it becomes a fantastically dangerous thing. Some will there. It's not bad. We'll carry it with us. We are not going to deal with the Unliving One Nest. That would be death for us. And I'm not going to throw us away.
Are a sadly common sight in Thea these days. Your scouts have spotted such a group in the area.
Okay.
Rescuing the slaves may be both noble and practical, but beware. If you lose, the slavers will likely not let you go free.
That's right. Right, worth at least keeping an eye on them then. Whereabouts? Not that far away. 1 goblin skirmisher, 6 craftsmen, 8 others. Well, I mean, I would like to help, but... We're going to stop for a moment, gather some nuts and fruit and the likes. Sure. You get me that. Well, actually, no. You grab me the exotic fruit, please. Next up... Oh, we really don't have many other gatherers really doing. Okay. Well, we'll try our best. We don't need extra wood, so we'll just grab what we can here. As much as we can of it. There we are. How much fuel we got? We got 25 turns worth of fuel. That's not going to be a problem for us. Dapadel, let's switch what you're crafting. I think. How much cooked greens do we have? I can't tell which one's which. That's a bit of a problem. We're going to stop eating... Well, no, we should probably keep eating it. Actually, no, we can swap to eating the meat, since we do replenish that faster. No, that's fine then.
You are set upon by a small group of rugged-looking dwarves.
Oh dear.
Their faces are scarred, as if they cut off their beards with their axes, which they probably did. Their clothes are worn, and their eyes hungry. Only their weapons remain in perfect condition, the last remnant of their bygone heritage. One steps up and spits before speaking.
Money, or we'll kick your teeth in.
Why have you got to talk with a Welsh accent? What are you trying to say, game? Whoa. Can we talk about this?
The lead dwarf spits and grunts at you.
Less talking, more doing, my hummy friends. I got little patience for talk.
You look weary and hungry. We'll share our food with you, but nothing more. Surely that's better than bloodshed. Alright. 4 dwarven bandits. Let's see how this goes. They're not particularly good talkers, which is surprising considering they talk with a Welsh accent. I was expecting this to be a difficult fight, to say the very least. Counter offense, we haven't got enough to take out their offense, but we have got strong enough to take out their counter tactics, I would say. But you've got a good bit of support there. Is there a tricksy one? To be sure. Let's get you in, and then get you in as well. There we are. Right, Kenneth and then Rivsung will be sent to the front. Oh, Kenneth... I should have played Kenneth first, actually. There's a bit of a shame there. Alright. Well, I don't need to worry about playing you. I've got... I would like to support you, see. Well, you're already going to do quite well, I think. Have we got any decent support? We do. Right, we're going to take one of their cards out to get rid of you. So there's one less person that we need to deal with. And you can get involved. I would like to use first action. Kenneth, get you in front. Then... You're already pretty strong with that, actually. I could just have you get closer, honestly. We might as well. Remember, this is not a physical contest. Or a fight challenge. I still believe the physical can end up with wounds. But at the very least, it's not a fight contest. So taking wounds isn't something that we worry about. What we want to do is win the battle. That's the only thing that matters. So having extra combatants matters more than a couple of people taking wounds. Getting them even off the board wouldn't matter too much.
Stand firm, showing off their strength and confidence. The dwarf leader listens to you, then speaks.
Today you shall eat well and sit with us by the fire, so that all of us may see tomorrow.
The dwarves look relieved at their leader's words.
See, there's good now. And we got some mithril out of that, my lord. Yeah, we'll share some food, of course we will.
You share a meal by the fire and exchange stories of woe and victory. One of the bandits stands up and speaks.
So be it. We shared bread, we spoke by the fire. We leave as friends. May we meet again.
There we go.
Leave.
Marvellous. I approve. No bloodshed. Hooray. However, 3 enemies around here. Are there really 3 enemies? Oh, yes, I see. Okay, well, we probably only gathered the exotic fruit there. And I would kind of like it if you weren't eating all of your really, really awesome things. If I could avoid it, well, I guess I'll allow it, because that is helping us out quite a lot. Yeah, the fact that right now, if something did attack us, and we've got an unliving nest right there, if something did lurch out of the darkness at us, then we might be able to fight them off. You come across an old tower that looks like it's been abandoned for a while. It's layered with cobwebs and dust, and there is an overwhelming chill coming from within. Go in and have a look. You enter and find a ragged band of angry scavengers inside. To arms! Or use tactics to outsmart them. We could probably handle a level 3 fight. Honestly, with our current setup, with 7 scavengers, maybe that was a bad move. Alright. What I really need is to get Oxherd in play early. Right, take them out. Thank you. Oxherd in play. There we go. Now, Oxherd is going to be able to just trample through most of them no matter what happens next, so I'm not too concerned. Sean and then Kenneth, I think. They aren't particularly strong, and by attacking them like this, we're going to get more out of it, ultimately. Now, what I would like is if... We don't need to give anyone a boost. We're already that strong that we will pretty much kill anything we attack in one hit. So what I would really like is to make sure that we've got a very solid shield in Shan there. Shan is just going to get all of the shielding and is going to shield wall the enemies while our rear lines just demolish them from afar. Or not really from afar, in Oxford's case. Oxford just trundles out, wallops 2 of them with a hammer, and then just rolls backward, very agile-like, behind Shan. There we go. Well done. The fight was tough. No, it wasn't. But you won. The scavengers are either dead or running for their lives. Apart from some loot, you discover they had a prisoner. The prisoner is in bad shape, but may make it yet. Oh, I didn't realize that, but that's actually pretty amazing. Nice. Very light club. Ooh, that's very good. It's an okay spear, actually. Decent ranged weapon. Very, very nice, actually. There we go, a poison spear too. Alright, that was pretty good. Now, will they live? Will they not? We'll have to see. We've got too much weight on us now, unfortunately. What have we managed to grab? We've got some nuts. Let's have a quick gander. How's production going? 1 turn on that, 1 turn there. Did we end up with anyone? No, I don't think they survived the night, unfortunately. That's a bit of a shame, really, when you think about it. Alright, Sean. Have we got anything that you could equip? I mean, that sword is giving you a lot of shielding, and I'm hesitant to take it off you. Is this better than yours? No, it's actually the same thing, and you've got a better one, I believe, yeah. How about you? It's almost certainly better. Yep. Now. It makes more sense for you to carry a heavy weapon like that, though. Simply because you can carry it. Let's get that equipped there. There you go. Is this better? No, and that is a very light weapon, so we'll stick with that one. No one else really has the kind of carrying capacity, I'm afraid. Whoa. Actually, you might, but is this better? Yes. Excellent. So a little tiny minor upgrade there. But unfortunately, we are carrying significantly more than we can. What are we going to have to get rid of then? I'm afraid you're going to have to go through some of the really weighty armor. Yeah, sure. We're not going to get much back from it, but it'll reduce our weight significantly here. 22 monster bones. How many have we got? Got no monster bones, so this will show us how much we get back. 4. We would have gotten so much more from trading. Sorry, for breaking that down back at Daffodil, but okay. We've got a couple of things that are really weighty. I think that'll do, though, for now. We have got a child with us, but we'll pass one more turn, then we're heading back. There we go. That'll have given us a little bit extra. And with that, we'll break camp, because we don't want to be out here at night. Not with an unliving nest right there. That would be very dumb. Very, very dumb indeed. Got some grain there. Okay. Can we make it to the Cosmic Tree quest? We can. Excellent news. Let's find out what's going on over here then.
You find the skeletal remains of a person, most likely an elf, as the bones have a slight silver tinge and are much lighter than any other humanoid bones you know.
Very well.
On the body, you discover a scroll that unrolls as soon as you touch it. There is a smell of burning wood in the air, and the scroll itself seems to be warm to the touch.
Interesting. Read the scroll.
And so the cosmic tree stood in flames, and with it, the world burned alike. For as the canopy burned, so did the skies turn red, and the heavens were no more. As the core burned, the earth scorched, fields turned to ash, and Thea became a wasteland. Finally, as the roots burned, so did the gates to the underworld, and thus the souls of the dead could find no refuge, no peace, no purpose. You see some notes scribbled on the side of the scroll.
Read all of the side notes carefully.
Note 1 is written in a beautiful style, impeccable, neat, and very distinct. It reads, "And so our duty failed. Did we fail our charges? Did we abandon them too soon? Or were we never supposed to do so in the first place? Should we have guarded the sacred pillars more vigorously? I must go to the evergreen grove and find answers. Signed, Alicia Silveroak, scholar of the Age of Thunderer, keeper of the knowledge, last of the sacred guardians." There is an old map with the grove marked upon it. It won't be easy to follow after all this time, but you do recognize some landmarks. There are also 5 pieces of silver tree bark which emanate with strange power. Note 2 is clearly scribbled in a hurry by an unknown author. "The elves seek to diminish our work. No surprise there. I must get to this grove before they can meddle with mankind again. The Sage Tower should give me some clues as to how to stop the elves. The darkness is a side effect for sure, but I'll be damned if I let the magic rule man again."
Oh dear.
The rest of the notes are too
Bloody
damaged
scholars.
to read.
Right, so there are 2 locations to scout. Perhaps you should check them out. Very well. So, Cosmic Tree. That's a tower. Cosmic Tree, that is clearly going to be a grove next to a 5-star tomb. Well, that's just not good. Frankly, I'm not a big fan of either of these options. Oh, well, I guess we'll settle here for the night. We can't gather anything, but we'll settle for the night regardless. And pass a turn. Okay, everyone in the Diplomats expedition had nothing to do. Well, no surprise there, really. Very well. You are right next to the King's Quest. Have we eaten well? Are we eating well right now? We are indeed eating very well for now. We've got 1 turn of this very well eating, so let's get it over with.
You approach the slavers and see they are a mixed group of different peoples, including orcs, humans, goblins, and even dwarves. They drag behind them a row of malnourished, worn-out slaves, including children, shackled and cruelly whipped by their captors. The slavers are well armed, but they have clearly seen some fighting not long ago, as they have bandages and look banged up.
We could go for a 3-skull fight, but I think we're going to go for a 2-skull social again. So we're up against a Goblin Warrior, a Bandit Shooter, 3 Wolves, a Bandit Fighter, and an Orc Fighter. Honestly, that would not have been a particularly difficult fight for us. So it's a little bit of a shame that we've gone the social route here, but I think overall it'll be for the better. Let's see what you've got. Nothing much to worry about there. But can we shield our allies? We can put a little bit of shielding out there, yes. We could also use counter-tactic or support ally to make sure that this Orc Fighter goes down in the first turn. Let's do that. Counter-tactic, counter-offense. We've got a good, solid counter-offense card here, actually. I would prefer, however, to get Shan in there. Shan's shield is pretty solid. Okay, so going for the counter offense wouldn't have really helped us out that much, I don't think. It would have been a bit of a waste. What'll happen here is Obsidian Mist will take out the Orc Fighter. This Bandit Fighter could go either way. I'm not very keen on that. So, instead, what we're going to do, we are going to support ally, then first action Shan. Shan will take out the Orc Fighter, Obsidian Mist will take out the Bandit Fighter, the Wolf isn't going to do any damage, and I don't particularly care about the Goblin Warrior. Got a small shield that we can use there, actually. We could take out 3 of them in one go. Or I could split the group. I don't particularly want to split the group, no matter what happens here. So instead, I'm going to play Fit. We are going to shield Fit, so that no matter from which direction we get attacked. Oh, it was... Ah, of course, yes, it was an extra wolf. So they're not going to get to play. So this way, we'll have Kichi-kun behind Fitz. Fitz is going to be able to take an attack from the Goblin Warrior. That's the only one that can possibly attack Fitz in this round. There we go. It's fine. There we are. Good, good, good. That worked out well for us. And then the Goblin Warrior is down. Alright, so here we wrap things up. Excellent.
Your posturing and clear confidence made these slavers very uneasy. They must have had quite a fight beforehand, as you realize they would not have been an easy prey still. Their leader speaks.
Fine, you can have half of our cargo and just leave us be.
You feel this is a final offer.
Well, we know what kind of fight they can put up now. We could wade in. Liam has already gained some will from this. This is against my better judgment here. I mean, we didn't say leave us half your slaves. I'll be honest, if we had said leave us half your slaves and they agreed to it, I would not now attack. However, we said leave us your slaves and they're only offering half. No, we're going to attack them. We know what kind of fight we're up against. Opponent's getting the first turn though, which is a bit unsettling, but alright. You've got a hefty weapon there, which I'm not best pleased to see. I'll be honest with you. I do want Oxherd in this one. Oxherd can take quite the beating. We've got a lot of shielding that we can drop down on Obsidia. But if I do this, I'm not going to be able to help Obsidia. However, I can move Fitz forward, and that 26 damage plus Obsidia will take out that fighter. So let's get Oxherd in. And that's going to be a good move. Oxherd will just plow through these guys initially, once we get Oxherd up to fighting. Honestly, if we get you in, then we will drop them down to 19, and you do 19, so I could have Kichi-kun get in there, because they don't have much of a shield, you see. So I could get you straight in, and then buff Oxherd's shield afterwards. That does seem like a good plan. Oh, well, actually, first, what we'll do, since we're going to be playing it like that, we'll plan around this. So, Oxherd, I need you to have the best shield I can give you. And I need to keep enough... Well, actually, wow. I can have all 3 of these be jumped to the front. Ooh. But Oxford would be left without a shield. It's not something I want to do. That's not something I want to do. So what I'm going to do instead... We need at least 1 5 and a 3. So we can play the 4 here. Or... No, we'll play this shield. Sure. And then I'm going to have Fit get involved. There we are. 16. You'll take a little bit of damage, but it'll be alright, generally speaking. Now, I'm going to push everyone else to the front. This will mean... Now, I need to be sure of the order I do this in. Oh, actually, that's not true. I need to play Liam first, then Kijikun. The reason why I want to do that is I'll then send Kijikun forward. So Kijikun will be at the front, then Liam will be at the front. Which means that Liam will wound the Orc fighter first, which will double Kijikun's poison damage. So let's get you guys played. And we'll slide you forward. There you go. Ah, I knew you were going to try something like that, you sneaky devils, you. Alright. I'm up to this. See how you play. And now you can't do anything more. Alright, that's unfortunate, but it still works to our favour. There we go, 1 down. You'll be badly wounded, enough for Obsidian Mist to finish you off. Okay, you took a wound, and you took a second reasonably heavy wound there. Dislike that, but it doesn't matter too much. You are not going to be in any danger from that.
You killed all the slavers. Some slaves died during the skirmish, but some remain alive and rejoice at your heroism.
Hooray, we are heroes! We got some decent armor out of that, actually. No, that's a little bit heavy for what it is. Darkwood. 9 and 2, 11 and 2. We'll get rid of this one. The shields, they're just regular wooden shields. They're not worth us taking. Now, you're a little bit of a different story. We'll keep you. I'm not going to bring you along, though. It's going to weigh us down a bit. Gather the people.
You gather up those who can still walk and make a quick burial for those who did not make it.
1 extra child. Very well. We're going to be overburdened now, unfortunately. Really, was it just 1 extra child we got? Yep. Okay, well, we're bringing back 2 children. Wow. They did do a number on us, didn't they? On the slaves, rather. Okay, that wasn't a terrible battle, certainly. Okay, well, in the next episode, because I just noticed the time, we're going to be finding out the King's Quest, and we will be that much closer to getting back to the Dapper Dell. We've grown our population by 2 extra children. Let's make sure they get to the Dapper Dell, and then we'll hopefully grow to possibly be more medics, because we definitely need some more of those. Once we've got another medic, then we can afford to send out 3 parties, and I might start then looking into sending out a specific gathering party. It still depends a little bit. Ideally, I would want a couple more warriors as well, just to bolster it up. But against like 2 skull challenges, it wouldn't be too much of a problem. But these 2 hives so close to us are a bit of a concern. But we'll have to see how I can deal with that in the next episode. I really do hope you've enjoyed this one though, and will be joining me for the next. As ever, if you like what you've seen, you can check the video description down below for links on where you can pick up Thea, and you can leave me any comments if you want to ask questions on any of the mechanics I may have glossed over, and I'll do my best to explain them for you. But that's it from me, so until next time, do take care.